My overriding impression of Punjab Kings is big purse, constant change. But I look at them year upon year upon year and I say, why don't they qualify? They haven't qualified since 2014. Before that, they only qualified once. They win games. It's not that they don't win games. They win games. And when it comes to the crunch, you know what's going to happen, that Punjab Kings are not there. And I look at their squad this year and I say, what's not changed? Well, for a start, they've got the same coach as last year and they've got the same captain as last year. But they already had 3 captains in 3 years before that. Remember, they retained Mayank Agarwal, made him captain, then released Mayank Agarwal. Before that, they had KL Rahul. Then suddenly Shikhar Dhawan comes in. And Shikhar Dhawan virtually hasn't played a game since the last IPL. Turned up in the DY Patil tournament, which is the build-up to the IPL, and scored runs. It won't be an issue with Shikhar Dhawan. It's not easy to come back after a long time, but for someone of his class, it won't be that difficult to come back and score runs. And remember, he had his best IPL in 3 years last year. It was so important for Punjab Kings. So Shikhar Dhawan will come back. Trevor Bayliss is still there, but there's always change round the corner with Punjab Kings. Let's look at what their side will look like at the moment. Let's start with the overseas players. I think they always have good overseas players. There's Johnny Bairstow at 3. I was talking to Nick Knight recently and he thought that Johnny Bairstow was the best white ball opening batsman England's ever had. You could debate that. Please don't look at what happened in Test cricket while you debate that. But he's a fabulous white ball player. Remember Warner and Bairstow up at Sunrisers. So Bairstow and Livingston will play. Shikhar will open the batting, and I hope this is a breakthrough season for Prabh Simran, who showed a lot of promise last year. He got 100. If this is not a breakthrough season, then it'll disappoint me slightly. So Shikhar and Prabh Simran, then followed by Johnny Bairstow, Liam Livingston and Jitesh Sharma. He's got something going for him, Jitesh Sharma, because he's the one wicket-keeper who bats down at 5 or 6, is a free spirit, plays big shots, is wonderful when he comes off. I hope he's able to put the disappointment of not making the most of the opportunities he got with India behind him and saying, look, I still think that wicketkeeper slot is open. Can I have a big IPL for Punjab Kings? That leaves number 5. I think Jitesh is still very good at 6, maybe occasionally at 5. You can choose between Sikandar Raza and Sam Curran. Now you look at what happened at the auction. One is 50 lakhs, one is 18.5 crores. Is that even a match? But I think it will depend on conditions because I'm not particularly sure of the quality of spin that Punjab Kings have. So they might want to play Sikandar Raza ahead of Curran, who actually since that wonderful final in the T20 World Cup in 2022 has sort of been on a bit of a free fall. He's played the leagues round everywhere, but his batting average is in the early 20s, his bowling average is in the high 30s. He's conceding 9.5 runs and over. So it hasn't quite gone well for Sam Curran. I can see why Punjab might want to play Sikandar Raza, who's just come off a very good tournament in the IL20. So that makes it the top 6. I suspect there's not a lot of batting to follow. So I'm going to put an impact sub right up front there. Atharva Taide scored at 160 last year, but there's also Harpreet Bhatia who scored a few runs last year. They've got to look at between one of those two, maybe as their impact sub, because they've already got overs in the top 6. Now they've gone and paid a lot of money for Harshal Patel. When you're a death bowler at Chinnaswamy Stadium, then you can only evoke pity. But I don't know what the conditions are going to be at the new stadium that Punjab are going to play in. Mohali is gone. They're playing at a brand new stadium. Is the ball just going to grip a little bit over there? Suddenly it makes Harshal Patel twice the bowler. If it skids through, he's not quite the same bowler. But also he's got to bat and he'll want to prove to the national selectors that he's still around because his place at the top didn't last that much longer. So I'm thinking Harshal Patel at number 7 and then 4 bowlers thereafter. There's Harpreet Brar, the left arm spinner, very workmanlike, efficient. Then Kagiso Rabada at number 9, one of the modern greats of the game. But T20 is his least favoured format. He's a modern great in Test match cricket. Very, very good in ODI cricket. T20 in recent times, the economy rate is about 9.3. If anything, Nathan Ellis has better numbers than Kagiso Rabada. So I won't be surprised if the overseas fast bowling slot is alternated between Kagiso Rabada and Nathan Ellis, and then you've got Arshdeep Singh and Rahul Chahar to finish it off. I hope they get a better performance from Rahul Chahar. Remember, he was the spinner in that great Mumbai Indians team of 2020. But last year, only 8 wickets from 14 games. He's just plateaued a little bit, dare I say, just on the downward slide a little bit. He's got to change that this year, Rahul Chahar, because with Chahar and Brar, the spin doesn't look very scary, which is why I had Sikandar Raza most times in my 11 ahead of Sam Curran and Arshdeep Singh. He has a couple of good games every single time. So he'll be a very, very big part of Punjab Kings if they've got to qualify. Will they qualify this year? Will they come back 10 years later and make the playoffs? They'll have to play out of their skins to do that. I don't know what the air they're breathing in Punjab is, because very often with better teams than this, they've not qualified. So I hope Shikhar is winding up his career and enjoying being captain, and he gets everyone in the right frame of mind. But just looking at that side on paper, and given that Punjab Kings don't have a great history, I'm struggling a little bit to make them as playoff contenders. But if they do, you know what? It means we've had a great IPL. So go for it, Punjab Kings.